Hey team, I'm going to try to cram 2 ideas or 2 subjects into this one video tip, and I'm still going to try to keep it to 6 minutes, so 5 to 6 minutes. If you have not seen part 1 of this series on killing belly fat, then I suggest you go back and look at part 1, because this is like a continuation. You need to understand what's in part 1 to go on to part 2. So there we go, that's it. All right, getting into eating strategies and how do you plan your food for the day and what do you eat. I got into intermittent fasting. We call it IF. But just to give you a quick rundown, talking about what we talked about last time, basically you're creating that 12 to 16 hour fasting period before you work out. And me personally, what I am doing, not to say that this is the best thing to do, but what I am doing is I have an 8-hour eating window, right? From basically my eating starts at 8 a.m. and I eat from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and that's it. And that creates a 16-hour fasting period that preps my body for burning fat, burning out all the carbs, and then getting to the burning fat stage by the time I hit my workout tomorrow morning or the next morning. And whether you're waking up in the morning time or you're working night shift and you're waking up in the afternoon, I don't think any of that matters. I don't even think it matters, in relation to waking up and working out several hours later. The idea here is that you create that fasting period before your workout. So let's say, if I'm working out at 8 o'clock in the morning, I have fasted from, if I'm working out at about 6:30 in the morning, which is what I do, I've fasted from 4 o'clock the day before. That is about a 14.5-hour window. Great time for working out. Anything that's left in my body, I'm certainly going to blast it out in that workout. And then by 8 o'clock, I need to be eating again. So, if you're working out at, say, 11 o'clock, then what you might have to do is something like, you don't eat the whole morning. And you do your workout, and your big meal is going to be lunch. And then you're going to eat till 8 o'clock that night. So you're going to eat from like 12 to 8. So it's an 8-hour window again. Now, you can adjust that. That's why I give you a 12 to 16-hour fasting period before your workout, because sometimes it's just not going to be possible to do that. So cut that back. Maybe you only do 14 hours, maybe 13. Whatever works for your schedule. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, and it's a 16-hour plan. I got this from a guy named Martin Burkhan. If you go to leangains.com, he's got a lot of scientific evidence, scientific research and scientific language and gobbledygook and all that. And it took me a while to read through it all, but makes a lot of sense when you really get into it. All right, so that's the idea on eating. I've got 8 hours to fit in all my food, so I don't get to do my normal 5 to 6 meals, which I was doing for a long time. I really kind of break it down to kind of 3 main meals and a big snack in that 8-hour window. Puts me to eating about every 2 hours. At first it was a little bit hard, but the more I've done it, the more I'm able to eat. And so here's rule number 1 about eating, fitting in your eating window. The meal right after your workout needs to be your biggest meal of the day. It needs to, your body is just, you slam that workout, you crushed it, and, you got everything out of it you could. You are spent. And that meal afterward, your body is so ready for nutrients. Your body is so ready for food that it's just sitting there waiting for you to put food in it, and it's going to absorb it, and it's going to process it, and it's going to start working right away. So that meal is probably the most important meal of your day and the biggest one of your day. I'm going for a gram of protein for every pound of body weight. I weigh 185, so I'm between 185 and 200 actually. Some days I hit 200 grams of protein, but I'll probably chug 40 to 50 grams, 40 to 60 grams of protein. Actually, I can tell you exactly what it is. It's about 56 grams of protein in that meal, my breakfast, right? My breakfast meal, and I do that with my Shakeology shake, and I'll explain that in a different video. But that's my biggest meal of the day, and I've got different proteins in there. And then as my day goes on, right, my meal number 2 is a little bit smaller. It's probably 450 calories. My meal number 3 is around 350 calories, maybe 300 calories. And then my snack is going to be around 200 to 250 calories. So you see, I start off big when my body's really ready for it, and I'm not eating big the whole day. I'm teetering it off as I go throughout my day. My meals are getting smaller and smaller. That way, at the end of the day, starting my 16-hour process, I've got less food to process at that time. A lot of protein in my system, so it's going to last a while, but I don't want to cram a bunch of food in, before I start the fast, so I kind of teeter it off. So there's kind of the gist of it. I'm going to talk more about it in the next video. Definitely keep these going. 6 minutes is just not easy to get everything in. So, Coach Mike, see you later.